Hello, hello, everyone. I'm reading the chat and giggling. Welcome to Friday Night Hangout, All Signs. I'm super excited to be here with this community. If somebody asked me this week, how did I read Scorpio so accurately? And the answer is you. You all are the reason. You are all powerful. Your guides are kicking with my guides tonight, and this community is lit. It's like 1% me and the rest all of you. So I'm super happy to be back with all of you. Hi, Samantha and Juan and Stacy and Venus Cloud and Tanya. And our favorite moderators, Lee and Juan, are back. Except for Juan kind of he's unofficial. I guess if we start getting rowdy, we'll employ Juan. But Juan gets to just chill out tonight. But we have Lee here. Hi, Corey and Gibbs and Heather. I like the little emoji, Samantha. Hi, Phoenix Revolution and Stella and Charlie. And Dolly and Monique. I feel like I missed somebody. Hi, Maricela. I knew I missed somebody. Hey, Keto. All right, so I'm happy you're all here, and we're gonna do. I think we're gonna pull a card for moon signs, and then pull a card for the sun. I think we'll do Oracle for the sun. I'd have a new Oracle deck, which I'm in love with, and I got. It's nice. I kind of got like congratulations gifts. I got Stranger Things cards. Super geeked out over these. Hi, Fran. Yeah, if you don't mind liking, that's great. Sharing, even if it doesn't go anywhere, press the copy the link, and then you don't have to, you can send the link to yourself. I mean, obviously share with other people if you're comfortable with that. But just even if you press the share, that's what YouTube kind of registers. I have to tell you, I knew that we were in for a good night, because you know how I said lately when I'm with all of you on the Friday nights, my nose would start running, which is a new thing, which I know is a channeling thing. It started running before I got live with all of you tonight, so I just know we are amped up for some good messages. We're gonna start with Aries and go through the elements, and that's just how we're gonna do it on Friday night. And then on my channel, I start with water and go through the elements backwards, so it's fair to everyone. Hi, Gina. We're not gonna reverse today because I reverse on my channel, so I figure that's fair and square. So on Friday nights, we'll do fire first and end with water. And for the in-depth monthly reads, I start with water and end with fire. All the water signs are done, and Aquarius is up so far. Of the air signs, thank you, Fran. And I did a thing. You know, I try not to like push. I have people to have to go. Hi, Maui Muse. Onto my website, because like, but also my community spaces are on the website and where all the videos. So I'm not the only one. I've seen other creators. Hi, Jamie and Adva. complain about some of the new stuff that YouTube is doing. So, hi Amber, I just put a thing on my website. So now, as soon as you get to my website, I took the About Suzzy off because if you want to go read it, you can, but it's not the most important thing. And now it is where to find me, and that will not only give you the link right to all the live streams, because that's kind of all I do, but it'll tell you my weekly schedule, because I now have a weekly schedule, and it'll also give you this week what I've done and what I'm going to do, so what's been done and what's upcoming, and I will, every late Saturday night, I will update that. So hopefully it's easier for you guys to know like what sign is up, what's been done, and you can tell like if I'm leaving off with air signs tomorrow, that means earth signs, and fire will be next week. And I want you all to give me ideas for what you want me to talk about Sunday when I go live. We've had some votes for transmutation, and that's important. But I would love a solid subject that you all want to hear about for Sunday. All right, we're going to start with this. And I'm probably going to use the Stranger Things cards. Like, I might just use the Stranger Things cards and the new Oracle cards all night. Let's start with Aries moon. Do I have any Aries moons in the house? And if my moderator, ooh, itchy nose, runny nose, I don't know who's in the room that's getting a message tonight. I really should just keep tissues. Ooh. Hi, Moanne. Holla. We're going to start with Aries moon, if my moderator would be so kind to just throw that up. Aries moon first. At 6:15, we are 7 minutes in. Thank you, Lee. Okay. Very interesting. So we got Mrs. Wheeler being very Mrs. Robinson. If you know, you know. Who is the Queen of Scoops, which is Pentacles. So we have the Queen of Pentacles here, Aries moon, and the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Dice. So this is like feeling yourself, knowing, doing the positive manifestation, and still a little anxiety ridden. Like I can feel it. I know it's there. With the new healed version of you, you had to get, and this is kind of maybe a collective message. Sorry, I'm throwing in surprises already. I want to say that this is a collective message, and excuse the way I'm talking because I bit my tongue earlier today and now it's all like swollen. So I borderline have a lisp. Just, we're going with it. I wasn't going to cancel because of my swollen tongue. Anyway. Kind of a collective message. When you are getting to court cards, when you are getting to the end of the minor arcana, when we are healing, when we are in a new version of ourselves, we got there through awareness. You can't get to a newer version of you unless you examine the version of you that was giving you challenges. So when we are healing, when we are in a new space, when we are occupying a higher version of ourselves, we got there from awareness. And awareness means we're definitely also aware, of the booby traps, of the things that can go wrong. Like, so I just had this conversation with my dear friend Vita, who's Rooted Arts. If you're not following her, please follow her. She's Rooted Arts on YouTube. And she was saying how proud of me she was, because I am going crazy crossing T's and dotting I's right now. And it's because to get to this version of me, another version of me let personal things get in the way of being diligent, crossing T's and dotting I's. This is 15 years ago. But she knew me back then. And we had this conversation about, like, I want to thank her and I want to love her for withstanding the storm, meaning me, the old version of me, for getting us here. At the same time, I'm overly aware not to make the same faux pas, if we must say. That is this energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and you are being abundant, and you are being self-sufficient, and you are doing the things, and you are not just abundant in materials or money, but like abundant in what you want to bring in. You're learning how to manifest. You're learning the difference between toxic positivity and manifestation that allows you to like meditate or be in the state of mind that it already has happened, right? And what's the difference? That's what I feel like Sunday. What is the difference between toxic positivity and positive mindset to manifest things in? I feel like that is a good thing for Sunday for us. Maybe that'll be it. But you're not going to get to here without being aware and then having worry. What I want you Aries moons to do as you are both, because it's a Venn diagram, right? As you are both enjoying this new version of yourself and also making sure you don't fall in the same pitfalls. Hi, Rogue. You're going to want to thank the old version of yourself. Aries moon, whenever you are sitting there going, well, that was dumb. Why did I do that? I can't believe I let a relationship take me out of common sense. I can't believe I let a relationship, let me misprioritize in my life. And I paid for it, right? And so instead of saying, oh my God, I can't believe I was ever that dumb, Aries moon, it's going to be really important for you, especially because, Jupiter is hitting our moons right now, my fellow Aries moons. So that can bring lots of things depending on what the house it's in. Mine is in my 7th house of relationships. That's kind of showing up. And the first thing that the new aware version of me wants to do is make sure I don't get stupid like the old version of me may have. When you are feeling anxiety ridden, when you are worried about the booby traps, when you are worried about is this for real? Is this going to stay? Am I imagining this abundance? Am I imagining this? I want you to just take a minute. I want you to breathe. I want you to feel into your body. And I want you to thank the version of you that you're avoiding being. I want you to thank the version of you that you are anxiety ridden, that you will be back to that version again. The version that you don't want to be again. I want you to thank her. Hi, Cassie. Or him. Or them. I want you to thank them. It's just easier, right? I want you to think that version of yourself that you're worried about falling back into. because the fear is a bigger obstacle than falling back into the old version of yourself. If you thank that version of yourself for withstanding some of the toughest storms, you will release some of that worry. Facts, yo. Now let's get these gorgeous cards. Do I get all of them? Did I get all of them? Yeah, those are a different set. Abundanza. What does that make me think of? That reminds me of something. It reminds me of The Office. Interestingly enough, the lisp is cute. I'll tell you what I feel right here in the back where I bit, and it just keeps, I keep continually biting it. I'm glad somebody thinks the lisp is cute. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, we have Jupiter, so you will feel abundant. And then it's like, well, what can I do to screw that up? Progressed moon. Progressed moon is the internal progression that shows up in a symbolic way in your life. How do you find out what yours is? You would have to have a progressed chart done. It is progressed chart, and progressed moon is really one of the ways that we see timing the best. Yeah. Hit me up, Samantha. Thank you. I want to do something different with it, though. I'm getting like the lavender into pink is just how it faded, and I got lucky. But I don't know. I want to do like a black cherry, dark root, and low lights, and then leave the pale pink or something. No. Yeah. Progress chart starts with your first lunation cycle after you're born. Your progressed moon changes every 2.5 years. Maybe that I will ask Connie Joe. Hi, Valerie. I will ask Connie Joe if that's the next subject we can cover. Is we can do a whole show on progressed moon. She's had a lot going on, so I don't know if she's joining me this Sunday. If she joins me this Sunday, then we'll do progressed moon. And if she doesn't join me, it'll be just little old me, and it'll be where's the line between toxic positivity and positive manifestation? Good? Okay. I have the book. Oh, I love this one. They're all new. I'm discovering these cards with you. I'm verklempt while I'm finding this. Talks amongst yourselves. One piece of hair. The tongue and the hair. Hi, Zoe. It is what it is, right? But I wanted to be with you guys so much. I have missed you. So here we are. Sovereign Queen Maeve. Value what is sacred by you protecting it from interference, even that which may be well-intentioned. So, this is for Aries suns or first house sun. You are going to triumph over a negative situation. It will take courage, but you have more than enough inner strength, resourcefulness, and boldness to accomplish what you wish to attain. Do not give up. have the ability to connect with higher worlds. So open your heart and your mind to the light. At the portal between everyday reality and the rapture of unchecked aliveness stands the sovereign. She is an inner trick, an interix, right? An interix. I'm going to spell out that word later in my chat. Taking us beyond the constraints of polite moralism into the bliss, sacred passion, grit, and astuteness needed to cultivate and protect the light. Goddess warrior and fearless guardian, the protector of territory, Maeve is wild and determined. That is your advice and your oracle card, Aries Sun. Of course, you can use these for any Aries placements or first house placements, either the tarot or the oracle. My glasses were right here. It would have made it a whole lot easier. Okay, let's look at Leo. Yeah, if Connie Joe's there, because she's just, that is her expertise. So I would not want to deprive you all of the pearls of wisdom. There's no point in doing it twice. But I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay. This is very interesting. We have the Four of Wands for our Leo moons. This is divine connection. This is celebration. This is divinely guided. And it came out with the Six of Wands. We see Erica. You can't spell America without Erica. I hope you're all like, just start binging it now. It's so well written. But this is divine. I mean, Leo, it doesn't get much better than this. It's a divinely guided event or connection that holds success. And we have the 4 and the 6. Let's see what we have in the oracle card. Monday date is, yeah. The strands are wand, the dice are swords, the scoops are pentacles, and the spokes are cups. He doesn't know when he was born. You could do a rectification, Fran, for that, but you would need his, it would probably have to be a session with him. And you would want his consent. His consent. Ooh. Do this first. So, not sitting there struggling over the words. She's interesting. Bath coal, and this is for Leo placements. Eschew complicated explanations. As you seek the simplicity and the deepest truth of your heart, gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate. As being true for your heart, focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered at the perfect time and in the perfect way. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. I will say this about Leo. Hi, Annika. I made it early. It's 6 o'clock instead of 7. I hope you're out having a good time. Leos really can understand, especially like Leo moons, Leo Mercuries, Leo Chiron, but Leo placements in general. They all really understand the value of making somebody feel acknowledged. They do have a gift, whether they realize it or not. They are very good at making other people feel seen through the smallest gestures, through just how they are naturally. It's an organic thing, especially as Leo placements mature, chronologically, astrologically. It's really amazing. Absolutely. A peacock feather. I see what you're saying. That thing on the top of her head. It could all look like a bunch of peacock feathers. Bath coal is a mysterious creature. She is an angel known as the Divine Oracle, the daughter of the divine voice, and pure and true sound of spirit. When she whispers to your heart, you feel an inner knowing, a truth. To honor that inner knowing likely requires the confrontation of fear or moving in unexpected directions. Even so, a deep resonance of truth is more powerful than the resistance we may initially feel as we let go of our limited perspectives and allow ourselves to be guided. Again, that truth, the thing that Leo can tell from somebody when they need the acknowledgement, when they need to be feel seen, that is a gift. And if you have Leo placements, 5th house placements, please know that for all the times that people have complained about anything, about you, just know that there are people that you touched and whose lives you probably changed without even knowing. Honestly. Leo for sure has that gift. Maybe I should just leave these on so I can see all the time. I can see your comments better. Okay. All right, we are on Sagittarius. How is Sagittarius today? Or if you have 9th house placements, that Leo reading is also great for 5th house placements. My bit time is killing me. Hi, Anastasia. Anastasia. Right? Hello, Pebbles. Look. The Stranger Things cards were from Pebbles. Okay. We have, for Sagittarius, the Queen of Swords. Definitely Miss Max there. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, which I love. Very much like the Queen of Pentacles. This is abundance. This is getting there. This is reaping the fruits of your labors. And you didn't get there without speaking directly. The way that you get Sagittarius placements, ninth house placements, the way that you get to this kind of abundance is by, or to this kind of abundance is to be very clear with your words. I did a reading for Aquarius yesterday, and the energy I got from other in the Aquarius reading was somebody who's not very self-aware. And I was trying to say that when you are dealing with somebody who's not self-aware, who doesn't take accountability, just like we started the Aries reading with, you don't get there without self-awareness. You don't get there without taking accountability, right? So when you're dealing with somebody who doesn't do that, who prefers to play victim, you're never going to leave that relationship and have the other person, because I said Aquarius is, you know, wet dream for ending a relationship would be like, I love you so much, I want to set you free. Like, set something free. I'm going to set you free. Because this isn't working for either of us, right? That would be so great. But the energy I felt was somebody who wasn't being aware. The reason I'm bringing that up is because I said, with some people, there aren't nice enough words. There isn't a nice enough way to do it. There's never going to be a time where they're not maybe fragile or vulnerable or a little dramatic sometimes. Like when you are in this situation and you have to get to abundance, and the thing in between you and the abundance, you and feeling not just like you can handle things on your own, but that you're doing it in peace, that it's not constant conflict for you to have to get to a place where you're okay. You're gonna have to be the Queen of Swords, who isn't mean. The upside down Queen of Swords is mean. This Queen of Swords is direct. This Queen of Swords says what she has to say, and while she doesn't look to be impolite or rude, she is being clear. And Sagittarius, that is the message for you. Because Sagittarians want everyone to win. Sagittarians are not going to go out of their way to be nasty to you just to be nasty. So if you're especially a Sagittarius moon, oh my God. So if you have Sagittarius moon, Sagittarius placements, Sagittarius rising, ninth house placements, I promise you, if you feel stuck in something because you're just trying to like find the nice way to do it, if you are dealing with the kind of energy that is more, they're happier to be attached than to be healthy, because that is what I am feeling from this. Attached to the old way of doing things, attached to you, attached to the relationship, attached to not failing a relationship, whatever it is. You just have to be clear. Hello, God's favor. Does that make sense? Hi, Nikki, if I didn't say hi. The way to reaping the fruit of your rewards is to be very clear in your language. Let's pull an oracle. you guys want me to switch up the oracle, I will. I am here for all of you. You tell me what you want, and I want to give it to you. Okay. There you go. We ready? Oh, we're finishing up Sagittarius. That's beautiful. I'm glad you were led here. Okay. Recalibrate the spirit owl of 852 hertz. That's interesting. Recalibration to a higher order of divine purpose is in progress. It is not always a smooth ride, but it is safe to be fearless as you gently hold space for the new ways of thinking, living, and seeing to emerge. You are encouraged to let go of opinions and belief systems that cannot support you in higher frequency states. Yes. You shall soon recognize a truth that cuts through confusion and frees you to proceed with love, peace, and higher understanding. Okay. I gotta tell you, since we are getting backed up by these oracle cards for every reading, we're just gonna call it Sagittarius placements, Leo placements, Aries placements, because they are speaking to each other and confirming each other. But what I said was you are going to have to be clear, which means less confusion by trying. Sometimes when we people please and we're being overly polite because we're afraid that someone's going to have a bad reaction to the thing that we feel called to, it creates confusion. So being impeccable with your word is always great. Spirit owl is the wisdom bearer, the one who perceives the intended meaning behind underlying words and the truth behind appearances. Even in the darkness, spirit owl senses subtle movements with accuracy. The heightened senses of the spirit owl are akin to the supernatural perception of the higher self. Your higher self sees through illusion, and with compassion, it astutely recognizes the agendas of ego and tunes into the empowering energies of the universe to find a constructive way to express its loving purpose. Ugh. Not mad at that card. Okay. Let's move into the earth signs. Taurus. If the words are great, if the messages feel right, that's because you all are powerful and your guides are supplying the words out of my mouth, really. I'm just a conduit. I'm a vessel. You need a cocktail with that reading. I ate my ice cream. Was that today or yesterday? I had ice cream, and usually I don't get ice cream very often, but I can really stretch it out because I try to, I had ice cream last night because I bit my tongue yesterday, so this has been going on now for like a day. And I wish I had ice cream. But I ate it all. All right, Taurus. Let's get one more for Taurus. Where are my Taurus placements in here? Taurus moon, second house placements. You gotta work, 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 work. Why were we talking about that song last week? I don't know what is wrong with my... Prophetic visions, Corey. Okay. This came out in Cancer's reading. Not both of them, but... we have the Eight of Pentacles. Speaking of ice cream. We have the Eight of Pentacles. This is working to an end, for something that's worth you putting in the time, for something that's the goal will be met and the goal is worth meeting. It's not working just to work. It's not working to live somebody else's dream. There's willingness to the work and a purpose to the work, and it's coming with the Knight of Cups, which I find very interesting. Taurus, what you've been doing. So, you know, I don't always love the Knight of Cups. I've talked about this. Sometimes the Knight of Cups is a bit of a love bomber. Sometimes the Knight of Cups is you know, it's fun, it's flirting, but, hi boho, but we want to see a maturity in that energy so that we're not just coming in on our horse to like flirt, love bomb, and trot away. But there's work behind here. There's work behind here. And so I think this is dual. I think that for some people, this is just working on something that feels purposeful, working on something willingly, working on something and the rewards are imminent. And also the confidence that is bringing is maybe bringing you to a place where you feel okay to offer again. You know, it's Mama Steve here, so it makes me think this Knight of Cups has self-awareness. This Knight of Cups growth game is strong because we have Steve here. And so the illustrations do count. And I feel like for those of you who are working on something, because you can see that the change will come in your partner. If a relationship kind of feels a little bit like it's work sometimes, that's okay. Because the partner is also willing to do some work here. Right now, this is the best they can do. Also, I get the energy of somebody waiting to see how you reply to their Knight of Cups communication, because they want to... They don't want their advance. They don't want to feel insecure by a reaction that isn't favorable, quite frankly. I think I'm going to break up the oracle cards. I'm going to do these. This is Sacred Rebels. I am feeling that for this reading. God, that card is gorgeous. What number is that? You gotta work. Lee, why was I singing that song last week? Because of Normani. That's what it was. Okay. We're ready? How gorgeous is this card? She feels, she knows. An illumination is erupting from within. You is a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. This is not likely to happen as a blinding, shocking insight, but more of a softer, gentle knowing. It is in the knowing, something without understanding exactly when or how you came to know it. This insight will assist you, and you are asked to honor it. You will know which insight it is at the right time. Your heart will tell you. You are therefore being asked to rely upon the clarity that is coming to you now or has recently come. Gently but firmly, from the place of knowing, intend to act and take your next steps forward. Woo! Taurus. Taurus and second house placements. That is your tarot and your oracle. We don't got to separate them anymore, Emily, because I think that the oracle cards just keep putting a period on the tarot cards. So we're just going to do them as one. Take what resonates for each sign or house. Let's move into Virgo. And we're going to do some answers and questions at the end. So when I get to the end, I'm going to take... My tongue is like, what are you doing? But I'm going to take yes or no questions at the end. Mama Steve. We love to see it. And it's so funny if you watch What's His Face, like... Whenever there's anything with the whole cast, he's that way in real life. Always making sure all the youngins are good. He seems to be a lovely human. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Okay. Virgos. Wow, all the strands keep coming out together. This is very interesting. We have Queen of Wands, very passionate, Nancy. And we have the Eight of Wands, communication. Hi, Jessica. So... Heidi, hi babe. I'm gonna tell you. Virgo, if you were quiet for a little while, or if you were making accommodations for people in your life, if you were making accommodations for people in your life, to the point where you weren't expressing yourself or you didn't feel like there was equal reciprocity of effort, which often Virgos can feel like there's not equal reciprocity of effort. But if that's what's been going on, I don't think that you will be silent. You know, Gemini is at its tail end. Gemini is not in its tail end. Ignore that. Scratch it. Mars in Gemini is at its tail end. I promise you, Gemini's not going anywhere in the hole. That's been squaring Virgo placements since August. And what has happened since January is that anyone that you were going hard for, that you didn't have all the cards on the table, you didn't have all the information with, whether you were upset with them or cheering them on. Hi, Anna Victoria. At this point, after the retrograde, and it was a messy Loki mess of information, you're at the end of picking up all the pieces and putting them together. I don't see you keeping things to yourself, Virgos, and 6th house placements. People who worry too much about the perfectionism of how they execute so much in life. Oh, I'm so mad. It's on my phone. My friend, my high school friend who knows me well, sent me something the other day, and I said, I'm telling this to my Virgos. I promise I will post it over the weekend. And hashtag Virgos if you're not following me on Instagram. If you go on SuzzyEvolutionary.com, that's where you can find all of my socials, whatever videos are going to be up this week. Community spaces, you know, booking appointments, all that good stuff. But if you get on my socials, there's and it said, while you are worried about doing that thing, please go do it. Because while you're worried that you're not going to do it enough, somebody is out there confidently doing it wrong, and people are paying them to do it. And I thought, oh my God, that's a message for Virgo. There was more to that. I should have wrote it down or had it handy for tonight. I'll read it next week for Virgo. But God, isn't that true? So while we hold back, right, because we're afraid we won't execute it the way we mean it, or to the degree, you know, I found out that I got like mid-90s on a test, and I was mad at myself. It's like, where's the other 4 points? It's a Virgo thing. And if you know, you know. Let me promise you that now is the time to speak up. Say exactly what you were thinking. Because while you're so worried that if you execute it wrong, somebody else is out there confidently doing it completely wrong. And being paid for it. Oh, there's like a beautiful rainstorm outside my window, which is just a 1.5 feet that way. Okay. Let's pull an oracle card for Virgo. I almost wish you guys could hear that. Can you hear it? It's wild. That is not a little storm. Okay, we need a card for Virgo. Woo! Itchy nose. This is going to be good. Yeah. Silent no more, Virgo. I'm telling you, as this Gemini, Mercury, Mars finishes up, you're going to have all the information you need to speak. Okay. Let's do... I like to just watch Stuff I've either watched before or stuff that doesn't really require my attention, just to go in the background while I'm doing computer work. I just do. And because I think Mindy Kaling is a genius for the way she wrote so much on Office, I figured I'd watch her show. And her boyfriend or whatever on the show had a pair of reading glasses that like was like a kind of like was around you on a chain, and then they magnetized together. And I had a dream last night, somebody gave me a pair, so now I'm like determined to go find a pair like that, so I don't have to keep putting them down and picking them up and opening them up. Y'all did need to know that, but now you know. If anybody knows where you can get those, or if they know what the heck I'm talking about, they like hang around your neck and there's a magnet right there. So you just go, and they go together, and then you pull them apart. I'm officially old. Okay. Woo. Okay, there we go. Pearl of Sharo, or Sharo. Taking responsibility for your experiences empowers you. You're not going to resolve an issue through spiritual inspiration and higher guidance. Oh, you are going to. Sorry, guys. Let me start over. You are going to resolve an issue through spiritual inspiration and higher guidance. You will rise up in full connection to your spirit and access a wealth of divine treasure. That which has been brought darkness into your world shall submit the light and shall be transformed. Have courage, Queen of Wands, and commitment to your awakening. For you are a precious being and can go far on the spiritual path this lifetime. Like, word to your mother, Virgo. You will, like, Virgos are here for self-mastery. 6th house placements are here for self-mastery. You totally will go far. This is a gorgeous card, by the way. That is from my White Light Oracle deck. You already know what I want to say. This tongue's killing me. Capricorn. How do they go again? They go click. There. I thought I'd never seen anything like that. And then I watched that show and I'm like, how come everyone I know doesn't have? Okay. What? Capricorn, trying to make a decision, are ya? Or changing your mind on a decision already made. And we're on Capricorn, that means we're halfway through. Okay. Capricorn. Both your cards came out in reverse. We have Ace of Cups in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse. Honestly, I don't know if this is you or somebody else. I have a feeling it's split. For some of you, this is you. For some of you, this is someone else. It's whether to move forward in a new situation in love or to open something back up. There's love here and it's not being offered. I don't know why. This is the Two of Swords in reverse. What's interesting, it is in their D&D game. That's actually D&D game pieces, right? So, God, one of you found them already? I think about them, and then I think about a million other things I have to do, and then I go into sessions, and then I try to go be a mom, and I forget. Glasses are $29.95. All right. They'll be around my neck all the time. It'll be worth it. Okay, so this Two of Swords and Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups can be like, I love you. Sometimes I'm sorry, but like, I'd like to try. And there's a lot of indecision around it. I don't feel like, Capricorn, the decision is whether you actually want to be with them or whether you want to have love exchanged or whether you want to... I don't even think it's whether you are confident you want to offer it. I think the indecision is whether you feel like you should offer it. We're going to do a Sacred Rebels for this one. And this could be somebody trying to make this decision about you. And you can feel it. Like, you can feel that there's actually feelings. You can feel that there's something here. And it's not whether you do love them or do like them. It's whether you should let it out. Okay. Yeah? These cards are incredible. These were from Raven Eyes, who I don't get to see that much anymore. What do you feel? There are so many opinions around you. Some are helpful, but others are distracting from the truth. Although it can be helpful to hear the thoughts of others, when it all comes down to it, you will have to come to your own decision. Do you know how unique you are? How your path is your path to be chosen, lived, and created only by you? Someone else cannot become the source of your decision-making power without negative repercussions for both of you in the long run. This oracle comes to you because you have become swept up in thinking things through. You have been thinking about which way to go with a matter of importance. And you have gotten a bit stuck in the logic of the decision-making process. Sometimes we have to accept that any path is a path forward, and if it is not the best path, we can change our approach later if needed. If we are slightly off base with a decision, life will often shift and move us to guide us back on track. We don't have to be perfect. In fact, there rarely is ever a perfect choice to be made, just some choices that feel more heart-honoring than others. Woo! That card was felt. Even as a 10th house sun, I felt that. So those Capricorn readings are great if you have Capricorn placements, Capricorn rising, even North Node or 10th house placements. I think that's probably, I'm going to mark that as a collective message. I think that whole thing about, you know, make a decision. And if it's the wrong decision, life will guide you to put you back on track. There's probably some juice in that berry to squeeze. All right, we are on air signs. Geminis. How are my lovely Geminis? Geminis get a small rest when Mars goes into Cancer. And then before long, it'll be Gemini season. But then after Gemini season is over, you guys get an actual rest. I feel like Taurus and Scorpio also haven't gotten a lot of a rest because of the nodal axis and because of Uranus and obviously nodal axis eclipses. I love Gemini moon. Okay. Huh. Gemini. We have the Four of Swords, the rest. If there has been rest, if there has been holding back is what I'm feeling. Gemini, which isn't, you know, when we talk about Mercury ruling both Virgo and Gemini, the Gemini has outward exuberance when it feels anxiety or decision making being an issue, while the Virgo is like the duck on the water, gliding on the top gracefully, and underneath it's paddling away. This came with the Three of Wands. This came with the Three of Wands, and it came upside down. My relationship with the Three of Wands is that you chose, right? And when you chose, you had to leave something else behind. Like, I'm crazy about this person. This person's going to be a little possessive. I may not have the relationship with my friends, or maybe my friends don't like her, or him, but I can't keep off them. Like, I am willing to lose whatever I have to lose to be with this person because this is probably my person. I'm going to work more on my stability and work at this job. That's not really my calling, right? But it's bringing in a paycheck so that later on I can go do the thing. Whatever it was you decided to leave behind, to make a decision, to choose the one wand and leave the other two behind, you are now wanting to redo that decision. And I think it's funny coming off of that oracle. Something you may have held back, Geminis, or something you may have taken a rest from, and you're ready again. It's not time to let life happen. It's time to say, I can change my course. This, I gotta tell you, this feels like something you've invested in a long time, Gemini, for a long time. But as you were investing in this thing, that you definitely made some sacrifices to choose this thing. I don't know that you were fully living your life, your truth. If it wasn't so much sacrifice and compromise that it didn't keep you from fully living a life where you felt satiated. Let's see what the Oracle has to do. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to, and that's what your guides are saying. Go ahead, do it. Wow. These Oracle cards just keep confirming the tarot, like, to a crazy degree. Look at this card. Come to life. I just said I feel somebody who has not fully been living their life. You are the most sacred of all sacred artworks. You are bringing yourself to life, and now this is how it must be. Of course, something essential doesn't mean it will always be easy. You must support yourself and have courage during this process. Your monkey mind is not to run the show. Wow, what a perfect card for Gemini, right? It may have a lot to say and at times seem very convincing, but it is not the one in charge. Your mind can inspire you with ideas. However, it is the real you that speaks through your rebellious sacred heart and is living your life, not the monkey mind. The mind is much more than a swirling cacophony of habitual reactions. Beneath habitual thoughts, there is deep, sensual, creative, and energetic awakening happening to you. It is so far beyond that the mind is now capable of controlling what the mind is now capable of controlling. Others might not like it because it shakes things up. Coming to life tends to do that. However, it is happening now, and the only real choice you have to make is how to deal with it. Oof, Geminis. And let me just say, as a Gemini Mercury, and I always talk about like my Gemini brain, I get the whole monkey mind trying to, but what if we do this? What if we do this? We could do it that way, right? I'm often grateful for my Virgo rising, which wants to organize the Gemini's thoughts. Even though the Gemini thoughts are pretty good thoughts a lot of the times, but I have had to learn to let my heart and my guided higher self really take the reins over the overthinking. Oof, I like that for Gemini. Moving on to Libras. You guys are all so sweet. Moving on to Libra. And again, the sharing and liking really, really helps. Ow. Okay. I don't know which way that fell. This is interesting. It's an ego. Let go my ego. It's Wheel of Fortune. I can pull it if all of this is too heavy, we can pull some unicorn cards. I'm happy to do that. We have the Page of Swords. This is my new thoughts, beginning thoughts, or internet spying, internet card. And we have the Wheel of Fortune with all the little faces in there. I love that they did Justin's hair like the snowball for that. Who's in the center there? I don't know who that is. Anyway. The Wheel of Fortune is here to tell us it's a halfway point. It's closing a chapter, not the whole book. But it's also here to remind us that we have the power to turn that wheel. Libra. I a little bit think that just maybe for a handful of you, there's an opportunity in front of you. Hi, Denise. There's an opportunity in front of you. Don't let yourself be distracted by what other people are doing, saying, thinking, portraying themselves as on the internet. And don't get distracted. Okay, for some of you, this is distracting you from an opportunity that's for you. And it's looking into other people's lives, and you can only control your free will. For a few people, this is because you are looking at there's a relationship that's not doing well, and you're looking on the internet to see to find more things to be upset about, if that makes sense. You're trying to find more things to say, oh, this person liked their photo 7 times. Maybe that's the person they're talking to. Looking for things to be upset with, looking for other reasons instead of having the conversation. That's only for a handful of you. There's also a whole sector here where life may be feeling like you're struggling a little bit, and there is a Wheel of Fortune to be found on the internet. How can you work smart and not hard? Take a certain amount of hours a week and start a side gig and see if your side gig doesn't turn into a more abundant full-time gig. Let's go back to our White Light Oracle to pull an oracle card for... Yes. Oh, I love the snooze button. I'm not gonna lie. One eye is tearing. The nose stopped running, but the eyes started tearing. I can't. Okay. We are back to reading. Dvara Patra. It's a gorgeous card. Out of confusion, a clear and progressive pathway is opening up for you. It is an auspicious time to give generously of yourself to others, enriching the quality of your connections. Expressing spiritual beliefs of goodwill and encouragement from your heart. Powerful blessing is entering your world. A prayer is now being answered in a beautiful way. Spirit gives freely and generously of all these good things, and the task of humanity is to learn how to receive. The key to receiving is an open, surrendered, generous heart. The Holy Grail is the sacred chalice. It is a powerful, living, regenerative, and deeply healing symbol of hope and blessing. It will interact with each soul in its own way. For your soul, that may involve a recognition that the light is always seeking you, wanting to fill and heal and bless and protect you, to initiate you into awareness of realms of light, beauty, and divine presence. It may remind your heart to receive that you are capable of being a channel for goodness, grace, abundance, and pure light. It may be recognized as a sign of future blessing, of something truly desired finally coming to pass. I love that. And I really love it for Libra. Okay. We are moving on to Aquarius, and then we're doing water signs, and then we're doing free questions. Yes or no questions. So when we get to that part, you're going to frame it in a yes or a no, so that I can get to everybody. And trust me, we have only 35 people in the room right now. So unless it goes back up to 50, we should be able to get to everyone's questions. I know I'm going to see 3 of you tomorrow. Okay, so the death card is so chilling in this deck. I like these both. You got 2 cards in reverse, and they're cards that I would like to see in reverse. We have the death card, which I'm going to show you in the upright, just because this chilled me. It's Barb. Ugh. And then we have Joyce in pain, trying to connect to her son however she can. They both came out in reverse. So we have the 10 of Wands, a burden that is no longer yours to carry, and for some reason, Aquarius, you have not fully put it down. This really, really goes... Hi, Erica. This really goes with Aquarius's reading. If you have Aquarius placements or 11th house placements, and there's just some collective nuggets in there. Maybe watch the Aquarius reading I just did yesterday. And then we have death in reverse. What is asking to be resurrected, or what are you resurrecting? And why do you feel it's the Stranger Things deck? I just got it as a gift like 2 days ago. Right? Yesterday. This week has been nuts. That 10 of Wands represents something you no longer need to carry. You're either ready to put it down to bring something else back in, or you're trying to resurrect something that is ready to be done by still carrying something that is no longer yours to carry. That's the deck. Hi, Dana. What are you carrying that's no longer yours to carry? Hi, Shauna. This very much reminds me of Aquarius's reading. Like, there is something just there waiting to be healthy, but there is something else you hadn't yet put down. Let's get a rebel card for this one. Thank you. I do love green. I used to have a lot more of it. I even wore green to my senior prom. I wore emerald green and black. And my senior prom was in '88. Everybody was wearing mint, pink, aqua, black and white. But it was all pastels, and I showed up in like emerald green and black. Marching to my own drummer. Okay, we ready? Again, just card stunning. Softly, softly, the tender touch, the feminine wisdom of gentleness can assist you now. When we are at a point in life where we want to attain greater things, but don't necessarily have the proportionally greater supply of energy at our disposal, it is time to work smarter rather than harder. Did I not just say that? I'm pretty sure I just said that. This is the way of feminine wisdom. This is the way. However, a cultural ignorance of the feminine way currently prevails. We are generally taught that the more force we use, the more we try to make things happen, the more we will achieve. The feminine way is not about force, nor is it about driving, striving, pushing, or grabbing at what we can order to create. It's about inviting what we wish for to come true into the space we have provided for it, internally and in our lives. This message cultivates more energy, causes less stress, and attracts what is desired. It is manifestation by invitation rather than by will or force. And look at how gorgeous that card is. Ooh. And with that, we are on to water signs. Yeah, the cards always back me up. I always feel like oracle cards. My guides make sure the oracle cards back up the message that you guys pulled in, honestly. All right, we are on Cancer. And then we're going to do free card pulls. Okay, Cancer. We have Suzzy singing the never-ending story in her pajamas. That is, her name is Suzzy with a Z, and she's the smartest girl. That's a line from Stranger Things. I'm not talking about myself, but I maybe have possibly copied those lines and put them into memes on my personal pages. I do love some shenanigans. Okay, so here is Suzzy as the Page of Wands. However, and yes, this is fourth house placements, Cancer, Sun, Moon placements. And it has the 5 of how are you fighting to not be seen less than? The Page of Wands starts out on a journey, baby steps into something that you are passionate about, baby steps to where you need to go. When it's in reverse, you may feel, or people may see you like you haven't even begun. You haven't really done the work. You're not really there. You're not at the level, right? But you might be at the level. In what way do you feel like you have to be fighting, Cancers? For people to see your strength, for people to see your perseverance, for people to see your resilience, for people to see all the other parts of you, and that you are not on your first steps of journey. And you don't want to be treated like you're in baby steps anymore. And also, if we want to think about what the 5 of Swords looks like traditionally, they're still fighting and everybody else has walked away. Stop trying to prove things to people that they don't want to have proved to them, Cancer. Cancers are feisty, cardinal, pinchers. Stop trying to prove things to people who don't want to be proven wrong. You are wasting all of that good energy trying to prove to people that you're not in baby steps. Those people are going to have you as baby steps in their mindset. It helps them feel better about themselves. And all the achievement in the world isn't going to make them think differently, because that's what they need to support the narrative they have going in their head. Stop putting energy into proving things to people who do not want to be proven wrong. They would rather be proved right, and you don't do so well. Whether that's frenemies, whether that's family, I don't know who that is for you. Stop doing that. Don't do that. Let's get a white light oracle for this. That was a very clear message. My Mercury is in the 9th house, so maybe that Sagittarius thing was speak clearly. They would rather be proved right. You stay in your baby steps. They don't want you to know your power. Sometimes we don't mean to, but we're around people who cheer you on until you get so far. And then once you get that far, instead of like seeing a path carved, or instead of seeing possibly how to follow your example or do their own damn thing. They don't have to do exactly like you. They don't have to be exactly like you. But at some point, they stop wishing you well because it makes them look at themselves. This is a hard story. I'm going to be really transparent. When I left a relationship, I won't say which one. When I left a relationship, it was a long time ago. I had a very, very good friend. We're both in unhealthy relationships. I was leaving, she was not. I expected her to be happy that I was getting out of what was abusive, and she just could not. She could not hear me. She could not. But he's so nice. Are you sure? And I remember being flabbergasted, and I remember it hitting me like, yeah, I could not stop going over the conversation in my head. She loves me, no doubt. But her own inability to leave her situation did not allow her to support me leaving mine. You will come across people that you can't imagine wish you harm, and they probably don't. But there's some part of what you are doing or what you are changing that pokes at a part of them that they won't look at. They will not look under that rock for themselves. So when you peel back the layers and you lift the rock and you do the work and you're ready to examine what has to be changed, what has to be cleaned, and other people can't do that for themselves, they're not looking for you to prove them right, because it's about them not being able to deal. Most of the time, it's about them not being able to have the same level of awareness or tenacity or whatever the hell it was. Strength, determination, resilience, all of those things. So you're not going to win this fight, so just stop fighting, because it's not worth it. Right? And then I was not upset with her anymore, because I realized that I was leaving. I was liberated from my situation, and she was trapped in hers by her own fear. And it was that same fear that would keep her trapped, that could not support me. And that did make me angry at her. That made me sad for her. Let's read this oracle card. Ivory wish-fulfilling crow. I love crows. You can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps soften and release fear, grasping control, and doubt. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even now leading you into which you seek. You can take sanctuary within your spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuations of the external world. No matter what is happening around you, there is a way through the fulfillment of your potential. Bashunda is the mysterious Hindu sage who assumes the form of a crow and lives atop a magical wish-filling tree, thriving as a highly evolved supernatural being. He has outlived the ending of numerous world ages. No calamity or cataclysm can shake the powerful divine tree of the creature who lives within its shelter. A sacred tree is a place of sanctuary and protection, while no harm can befall any of its inhabitants. It's a spiritual symbol for the soul, the heart, and the divine and enlightened sages who guide and protect humanity. I mean, as we talk about fear grasping us. Hi, Jackie. And that crow who has lived 1,000 lives. Cancers usually are pretty tough. I used to hashtag my personal Instagram things like strong woman, soft woman, because that's kind of, cancers can be strong and soft at the same time, but they're always looked at as soft. And for my Cancer and 4th house placements, I just want to say that you don't have to prove your strength to anyone. Those who matter won't mind. Those who mind don't matter. Won't matter. Don't matter either. Hi, Venus energy. Okay, We are on Scorpio, and then we just have Pisces, and then I'm going to take questions, and then I'm going to go stick ice on this tongue. It's really not good for my eating healthy that I feel like I just want mashed potatoes tonight. Okay, we're going to reshuffle that. This is if you have Scorpio placements or 8th house placements. Oh, wow. Scorpio. Hi, Patty. All right, Scorpio. Listen. You got that scary guy. But it's the 9 of Wands. It's the defensive, but it's in reverse. There's no other way to do it. Let your defenses down, Scorpio. Let the walls down. Because there's a journey. Possibly love. No, I'm not that interesting. I bit my tongue really hard and then just keep repeatedly biting it. So it's all swollen on one side. So I'm talking funny. Put the defensive down. Put the defenses down. It's okay. It's safe. I know you're like, don't tell me if it's safe. I'll decide if it's safe. That's the Fool card. It's time to start the new journey. You already know it. You already feel it. I can feel it for you. There's no fear around this reading. It's just time. Nobody drive and chat, please. Thank you. Drive safe. But it is time, Cancer. Isn't there a song about let the love in? Let the love in, let the love in. What song is that? I think it's Love Is What I Got, right? So if that song means anything to anyone, love is what I got. Said remember that. Okay. But put the barrier down. Put the walls down. Not to everything and everyone, but whatever you know this is, that mystical calling you in. It is time. Look at the moon. Maybe on the next Libra full moon. Fuck it, fight it, it's all the same. Hi, Julia. That sounds like a Scorpio thing to say. Fuck it, fight it, it's all the same. Yeah, there's some kind of relevance to that song. I haven't even thought of that song in a minute. The song, this card is beautiful. Again. Of course, this is Scorpio's card. You ready, Scorpio? Visions of life beyond death. Sacred vision is awakening within you. You are becoming blessed with the ability to truly see. To see what is real rather than what appears to be. This is true insight. What was once considered consequential may soon be found to hold little consequence after all. What was once dismissed as an irritation or irrelevance may be seen to have great spiritual significance. As mundane as something once appeared, it could now be worthy of absolute attention. The gift of genuine vision takes you into being the universal creator. This is sacred terrain beyond logic, convention, and that which is limited in any way. The more open you are to receiving true vision, the more love you will feel and recognize within you and around you. Something may appear to change form, to be shed, to be lost, or to die, but there is love within it always. This realization doesn't remove the pain of the loss. It does provide a way through which can be healed and eventually transformed into peace. Woof. I like that for Scorpio. My alarm telling me to take my ashwagandha so I can sleep at night keeps going off. I apologize. Pisces. Something is coming out of ghosting. Eight of Cups. This is actually something is coming out of grieving process. And we have the Eight of Cups. Pisces, if you are, and I love that I'm getting this card for Pisces, because what do I say about Pisces and their walls? What are their walls made out of? I say this all the effing time. And I'll let somebody in the comments answer. I'm going to give away a 15-minute reading also tonight. Five of Cups in reverse. It's either somebody who hasn't begun to grieve or coming out of grieving. Yep, cotton candy, and that's what this is. It's crazy. But if Pisces is walking away from what no longer serves them, that means boundaries, healthy boundaries for Pisces. I love it for Pisces. I'm flattered that many people paid attention. That's what I say. Five of Cups in reverse. Also getting possible like distraction or self-medication, really dealing with that. And then without the distraction of self-medication, truly walking away from something that no longer serves you. And now when we say something, it doesn't necessarily have to be someone. It doesn't have to be a job. It doesn't have to be something big. It can be the way that you interact. We often look at old relationships it's not so that we know not to pick somebody from that who has those particular detriments, or don't pick somebody who's, you know, I used to make a joke that I would never date a musician again. It was that long. And then I picked somebody who wasn't a musician, couldn't carry a tune, couldn't dance, that didn't go well either, right? So sometimes we think what we're supposed to learn is not to date that type, but what we're really supposed to learn is how are we exchanging? How are we operating and navigating within relationships that we have to leave behind, not just a type. What were you distracting, self-medicating, too busy grieving from attachment that you have finally seen, and that you are leaving behind probably the unhealthy boundaries, or ghosting and not saying what you need to say? Because when we ghost and we don't say what we need to say, I understand that that's like a trauma response to not have, it's an anti-conflict trauma response, right? But what happens is when that connection is left vague, if you really want to be done with that connection just thinks like, oh, I'm just waiting for them to come back. Because you didn't say the things. It's better to say the things. Let's get one of these, and then we're going to take questions. Perfect timing, because I can feel that it's time. Yeah, I'm in love with these Stranger Things cards. I haven't even seen all of them yet because I haven't looked through, because it's fun to get surprised as I go. Well, this looks like a very Pisces card. There we go. What do I do with my glasses? Shaktipat of Seahorse. And somebody can correct me if I said that wrong. As you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are, including your vulnerability. Yes. And no longer see the need to conform to social ideas which have no true resonance for your heart. This is so Pisces. I love this card for Pisces. You are encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of which environments and relationships harmonize well with you, supporting spiritual growth and well-being on all levels. You have the innate capacity to manifest, relax, and you shall attract what you need. Volatile or overly restless seas compromise the well-being of the seahorse. Such intensity drains their energy, forcing them, you would think this card was literally just written for Pisces, to go against their natural, gentle way of being. They thrive in environments that are calm and accommodate their slow, graceful movements. Rather than aggressive hunting, seahorses patiently wait until what they need comes their way, and then they actively receive it. Oof! Love, love, love. Put those right there. I know we have a card with Argyle on them. I kind of want to. Yeah, when you don't finish the sentence, when you don't finish the conversation to somebody else, they're just waiting on you. And you can feel that energy even if you have Oh, I just saw the Magician. And you can feel that energy even if somebody else waiting on you. That's another thing I would like to do a whole thing on, is waiting energy and creating space for someone to walk into, and what's the difference. Okay, I can feel swollen glands coming on, so let's do questions. I'm gonna get my pendulum, and we're gonna get these cards. So, thank you. I appreciate that, and sometimes I feel like that all the time. That's why I say the signs and watch all the signs. Okay, so please just ask me yes or no questions. You guys all have been in my lives before, and you know how this goes. And again, just share and like. So I'm gonna start with Tanya, and just go ahead and ask questions that I can answer in yes and no. Hi, Danny. I literally was thinking I want to make sure I did Leo second, because I know you go to work sometimes. I'm glad to see you here. Okay, we need a less vague card for Tanya. Can we have a more... Okay. Yes. Okay, yes you are, but also maybe look for help, either like on TikTok. Some of those like debt consolidator people just give away like free tips for what you need to do that's most impactful for your credit cards or credit score or whatever. But yes, and also take help where you can get it. Erica, should you go? Should Erica go see James? Not for a while. If you go now, there's going to be defenses up on one end or the other, and it won't go as well. Give it some time. Danny. Should Danny quit her job? It barely let me finish before it gave me a yes, and I was getting yes as soon as I saw your question. Let's see. Will it be as good on the 21s? Yeah, because there's less work for you to do. I don't know what that means. Like, you can just enjoy, is what I'm hearing. I don't know what you're supposed to be enjoying, because I have no idea what that means, but this is for Annika. I'm getting yes, and you really can like relax more. You don't have to be like the person that like organizes or does everything for everyone. I don't know what that means. Stella, okay, so let's do next month. Let's see. Between now and the end of April, will Stella get to have... I always get like the yes, you can if you want to. Like, let me just get a little tiny bit more detail for Stella. Can I get a card that gives Stella a little bit more detail than that? I think it's going to mean two different things. I get the same thing every time. Might mean something a little different for you than it will mean for them. Oh, you're welcome, Moanne. I love having you here. I love all of your energy, honestly. And you guys are so great for like the rest of the community as well. Okay. Samantha Luna. Yes. There's another connection or something you have to make. Samantha, I'm not sure what that's about, but like you're going to have to take another step, or like I see that like it's almost like they're showing me your application is buried when it shouldn't be. So you may want to make like a phone call or a visit or something. I don't know what that will mean for you, but they're asking for like for you to make one more little extra effort for the one that you really want. But then I'm getting a yes. Kit. Oh, I'm so sorry. Fur babies or feather babies, right? I feel like you're gonna get it through like having TV or movies on in the background. When you're busy, like a whirling dervish is the phrase I'm being given, Kit. When you're around your house and you're being busy, like doing dishes or something's on in the background, I'm being told to have you just stay still. You'll feel it. All of a sudden the need to just stop and listen, and you'll hear it. And just now they're sending this Ace of Cups, but yes, but I'm being told that you're like moving around a lot, or you have multiple things going at one time that you have to like stand still for a minute. Venus energy. Is that house the one for you? Is that house Damascus? Is that the right house for Venus energy? I'm getting a no. I'm getting like it's not going to turn out the way you think it is. I don't know if that's the deal, but I have the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Fool card. But this Fool card, like if she falls, she might fall on something. So I don't like this Fool card as much, if I'm being honest. But I got to know with the pendulum also. If you can wait. There's going to be a lot of bogus PR around houses being less in inventory, and that's not true. The prices are coming down. So if you can wait until after the summer, that would be better for you. It feels like somebody's trying to like get you to go in on something that won't be the best for you in the long run. Let's see. Keto. My ashwagandha alarm just keeps going off because I'm filming on my phone, so I can't really just like get to it to turn it off. And if you all don't mind, oh, that's so much better for me. For my eyes are starting to tear. Tomorrow's another like start to finish. I'm either in sessions or recording, and I am super grateful for that. Zero complaints. But I'm just going to be kind to my eyes right now. You're not ready for this, kiddo. Do I need to say anything? Let's just do a pendulum for shits and giggles. No, not a test. What you hear is not a test. That's making me smile. That is making me smile. Oh, thank you, Heidi. Maui Muse is the lovely Heidi. If I reach for it now, I will knock a bunch of stuff over. But that is the lovely lady who made my Cancer sign that Connie Jo gave me for Christmas. She makes beautiful designs. Okay. Patty. I'm trying to send my daughter to Japan or just Asia next year. Not to get her out of the house. I'll miss the shit out of her. She's my bestie. It's because she wants to go. Okay, will Patty's son move to Japan next year? Will it be permanent? No. He might go to Japan next year. And if he does, he's going to do well. Something's going to happen to give him wisdom, stability, something. Like the experience is good for him. But I don't see him staying long term, Patty. All right, Monique. Oh, you're welcome. We'll go on a trip. I'm trying to go on a trip for my birthday this year, which is in a couple of months. But I'm a weirdo. There's one person I would go with, or else I'll go by myself. I would be so happy to be someplace by myself. I mean, no one's going to be able to take the laptop away from me, but I still want to go on vacation. All right, let's see, Monique. If you do, it's time, but I don't know that it's going to be like a far away trip. Hold on. Let's ask. I like intimate groups like this because we can get a little bit more juice out of each question. I don't feel the pressure like I'm going to disappoint everyone when I don't get to them. Okay. Is he gonna, yes, for the trip. Is it gonna be very far away? No. But there will be a trip. Just, I guess what I'm saying is don't expect it to be like Bora Bora. I checked that out and that's crazy. Like you could put a down payment, like a good chunk on a house, and I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I'll be like Bora Bora, sure, but like to do the huts and the whole thing that are in the water and fly there and stay. Oh my God, it's got to be one of the most expensive. You're welcome, Tanya. Oh, thank you, Dana. Oh, thank you. You have a good weekend too, Dolly. Okay, Jessica. You're welcome, Danny. I'm sending you a big hug. Those are very interesting cards. So let me just ask the question. I'm getting a little, but I'm not sure that they know how. Because I have the Seven of Pentacles, which is like, where's my Cracker Jacks? Or where's my tattoo? I ate my Cracker Jacks. It's like the waiting. And I got the Hermit coming out of. I think that there's love there. Whether it gets revealed to you very soon, I don't think so. I think that they're really developing like what this is for them. But there's love there. I hope that made sense. Jessica. All right. Lil Jon. Yeah. Gosh, I hope you get a chance to go on vacation. Is there somebody your sister doesn't get along with? Very, very interesting cards. You'll get a chance. There might be like an argument, and then you guys hash out some things that are overdue to be hashed out. Very interesting. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Good, Annika. Heather. Shauna, just ask me something I can ask in yes or no form. Because we're doing yes or no questions tonight, just to keep it fair to everyone. Okay. This card keeps coming out for everyone. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Let's just double check. I like to double check. The Virgo rising wants me to double check my own answers. Well, Heather's new Gemini. Reach out to her in the next couple of weeks. Yes, but towards the end of those couple of weeks. Hi, Venus Cloud. Aw, thank you. Will you get a more fulfilling job in the next 3 months? I'm feeling yes. Yes. Let's triple check. Big yes. Yes. Love that for you, Venus Cloud. I love your energy back. Oh gosh, what card did I get for you? It was the Temperance card in reverse, and I think the last time we went more into depth, Stella, it was the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Just like out of balance. Everybody's not on the same page. Let's see, Gibbs. Will Anne's grandchildren help her to buy a house this year? Getting a no, but I feel like it may happen in 2024. You don't really want to buy a house anytime from end of June till mid-September anyway. I've got one trying to be really helpful and one not trying to be helpful. But I'm feeling it for 2024. Of course, that's something we can look at. How does 2024 look for yeah. Yes, I didn't even get to finish the sentence. Yes, for 2024. I'm not seeing it. I wish I could tell you a different answer. Okay. You guys are all so welcome. Okay, it just skipped a bunch. Okay, let me get back to where I was. Will PS, this is for Denise. Will PS contact me by the end of March? My daughter would kill me if I used her cucumbers for my eyeballs. Yes. Yes, Denise. And I like the outcome of the contact. Will PS. Yes. I could even finish the sentence. I'm getting yes, and I like the outcome of the contact. Take it slow. Let it happen. Make the space. Invite them in. Don't chase it. I feel it looks good, Denise. Oh, you're all so welcome. Yeah, 25,000 would be fine if that's all it was. People can spend that taking, 4 or 5 kids to Disney for a week if you do certain. I didn't do that, but Bora Bora with flights, unless you want to sit like all coached up for that long, is more than 25,000 last time I looked. Of course, my Virgo wants to know what it is for me to leave the airport until I get home, everything that I need to eat, all of that. Okay, I'm looking for any other questions. Oh, you're welcome. You guys are so great. Okay, Shauna, I got your other question. And I love that you guys are all staying to support each other. It's also really great for me that I'm not leaving with just 3 people on. Hello, Delia. Oh, Delia, if you want to ask a question. Yeah, 25,000 is not, for sure, is not including the flights. Hi, Anna. Okay, so let's do Anna. Hi, Adva. We'll do Anna, Adva, and then I want to say Odelia, but I don't know if I'm saying that right. Odelia. So, Corey, right now we're just doing yes or no. I know that sometimes I do when I do them on my channel that's not a Friday night, sometimes I'll do, like, just take a card. But this is for yes or no. Just to keep it fair for everyone. All right, so let's get Anna's question, and then we'll do Shauna's question, and then it looks like Adva. If you jump on that opportunity, will it serve your purpose? Why does the Queen of Hearts backwards, Queen of Swords backwards? This card has popped out like 3 times. I'm getting a no. And this Queen of Swords would mean it might, either you might be dealing with someone that's with an absolute raging bitch, which then I'll have to come find them and fight them if they're a bitch to you, Anna. Because you're too nice, and I'll have to fly to Texas and beat their ass. So either you're going to deal with somebody that's a raging bitch, or someone's going to make you want to be. Once in a while, somebody evokes this in us, and they get it. If you invite her, she'll come for a call. I suggest you don't, right? That kind of thing. But I got to know with the pendulum that it will not serve your purpose. Okay, Shauna. We're doing yes or no if anybody's just getting here. Bye, Heidi. Yeah, if I pull a card, then I have to, like, feel around. Okay. That would seem like... is he coming soon? I'm getting a yes, Shauna, and I got the Magician. Keep creating the space for them to wanting or waiting energy. Juan, you're still here. I love you guys back. Hi, Marta. We're just finishing up. I'm going to be here for like another 5 minutes. If you want to ask a question, same to you, Odelia or Odelia. I want to say that right. It's such a pretty name. Adva, is it safe to leave your... Yes, but you're going to have to get a little bit of hustle on. You're welcome, Shauna. You're going to have to get a little bit of hustle on to do it. Right? So you just have to add more time or more energy to one of those other pursuits that you've got going on, baby girl. Email me and let me know if you ever got to Sedona or wherever you were going, because I know you had to like reschedule. All right. All right, last call. Odelia, okay. So I'm not a medium. I can ask. I'm sure your mom is around you. Like, that's just how it works. Does mom have a message for Odelia? Yes, of course she does. Let's see. Yeah, there's something that's holding you back or a burden you're carrying. Stop carrying the burden. I don't know if that has to do with her, but you don't have to carry that burden anymore. That's what I'm getting. All right. Did Marta have a question? I'm trying to be fair to everybody that was in the room. I appreciate you all. I'm going to go put something in my belly. Get in my belly. I love this community. Thank you. And thank you for sharing. And thank you. And trust me, if Friday nights get crazy, I'll still always do the yes or no. But that doesn't mean I'm not just going to do free card pulls on my channel in the middle of the week where you can get more detailed messages. I'm always going to make sure everyone is taken care of. And trust and believe that when it gets bigger, it would just have to be a yes or no question, Marta. When it gets bigger, it's not like I'm gonna forget all of these lovely, lovely people, where it started. And I'm still doing the block party when I hit 1,000. I'm hoping, oh my God, 2:30 in the morning in Sweden. You guys are all amazing. And I can't wait to grow the community with you all. And you're such a lovely community for new people to come into. And yeah, we're just going to be doing lots of fun stuff coming up. I'm pretty excited now. The stress part is over. And I'm just really excited to be able to implement some ideas and some stuff for community. I think I decided tonight I even want to do a class. I'm going to answer Marta's question. I even want to do a class for people who want to start their own tarot channels or just business reading, to do a class for advice on how to start, because I was on TikTok as well when I first started, and that was insanely helpful. But there's our do's and don'ts. What was that question? Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And actually, I see the 3 of Pentacles. So if you might meet somebody. Hello, Heather. You might meet somebody or be able to like make upgrades to your work situation or your life situation. That's like the promotion, let me upgrade ya card. So that is great. All right, I'm going to say goodnight, everyone. My eyes are starting to go, and it's been 2.5 hours. So I love you. Now you love you. And I will see you all next week. Same time, same bat channel. I'll be here at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I appreciate every single one of you. Bye. Also, email me or go to my website and go down to the contact if you want to be on any kind of like emailing list for if I run specials or do anything. All right. Bye.